Just so you know what's going on here, I don't have kids, I'm not expecting kids, I don't really ever want kids, but it's right before Election Day as I'm shooting this here in the US, and all this talk about the future of our country, what kind of legacy do we want to leave behind for our children. I don't know, I admit, maybe it's kind of gotten in my head. So I just thought, what if I did have kids? What if I do have kids in the future? What message do I want to send to them? What legacy do I want to leave for them? What words of wisdom does their father have for them? And that's what this is. This is my message to my hypothetical future child. Okay. Hello, son or daughter, whatever you might be, neuter, I guess. Statistically improbable, but possible. Welcome to the world. I didn't expect to have you. I'm not going to call you an accident, because I think that would be rude. And I'm not going to call you a happy surprise, because that seems pandering to me, and I don't want to pander to you. I will call you an unanticipated person. And that does not mean that you're not welcome here, because now that you're here, and now that I'm your father, and my wife is your mother, presumably, we're going to do everything we can for you to give you the best possible life that you can have. The first thing I want to tell you is, when you get old enough to start noticing this kind of thing, please, 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 for your own good, try not to care what other people think of you. That's the worst thing you could ever do. That is so limiting. It's just like tying anchors to your feet. Figure out what you want to do. Figure out what type of person you want to be. Figure out what your values and your morals are, and follow that. And don't give a fuck what other people say about you or your thoughts or your philosophy or whatever. Not me, not your mom, not your grandparents, especially not your grandparents on your mother's side. When I was about 12 or 13, my father, your granddad, told me, be who you want to be, and don't be who other people think you should be. And that was the wisest and most important thing anyone has probably ever told me in my life. Do what you want. Be the person you want to be. And please don't interpret that as your dad giving you permission to go out and be an asshole and be a prick. That's not what I'm saying. I think it's important that you be a nice person, that you be a good person, that you try to help people, or at least try not to hurt people, that you allow other people to find their own happiness and to pursue their own dreams and their own goals, just as you want that opportunity for yourself, and to treat people how they would like you to treat them. That's what I want. That's the type of person I think that we all should be. But within that, within those limitations, do what you want. Do what feels right to you. Pursue what gives your life meaning and value. If you want to be an artist, be an artist. If you want to be a writer, be a writer. If you want to be an athlete, be an athlete. Be an architect. Be a plumber. Be a tradesman of any kind. Be whatever you want. Be a politician. Be a lawyer. Be a doctor. Be a poet. Be a teacher. Whatever you want. And if you do something that I don't like, if you do something that I don't approve of, let's be honest, it wouldn't be the most thrilling thing in the world if my kid grew up to be a professional football player. I admit that. But who cares? Don't live your life to please me. Don't live your life to make me proud of you. Don't live your life to make your mother proud of you, or your grandparents proud of you, or anyone else. Do what makes you feel good. Do what makes your life feel worthwhile. Follow your passion. That's what I would say to you, my hypothetical child. That's what I would wish for you. I don't care what you are. I'm going to be here. I'm going to love you. I'm going to be proud of you no matter what. Unless you become like a murderer. I'm not going to be proud of that. But I'll still own you. You'll still be my kid. I'm not going to turn my back on you, even if you do turn out to be a murderer. Even if you do turn out to be like a horrible child raping murderer. I'm not going to turn my back on you. I'm still going to be here for you. I'm going to wonder what I did to fuck you up so bad. How could it have gone so wrong? You're a child raping murderer? I don't know. There's something going on there, because I think I did a pretty good job as a father. I wasn't watching your mother every second, but I don't think she fucked up that bad either. Are you sure that you're ours? I mean, I wasn't there every second at the hospital either. There was that point where they kind of took you into the nursery and then you came back and all babies look alike at that point. I'm sorry, but they do. I've seen those walls of baby pictures that they have on like a bulletin board when people put their baby. They look all the same. It would be so easy to switch a baby at infancy. I'm surprised it doesn't happen all the time. It probably does. Maybe it happened in this case because I just can't see my kid becoming a child raping murderer. How would that happen? Okay, but anyway, assuming that that doesn't happen, assuming that you don't grow up to be a child raping murderer, no matter what you are, no matter who you are, I'm going to love you and I'm going to support you and I'm going to be there for you and I'm going to try to help you as much as I can, and I'm always going to be someone you can lean on and depend on and talk to. I don't care whether you turn out straight or gay or bisexual or transgender or whatever. I don't care. It doesn't matter to me. That's your business. You don't have any control over that, and neither do I. Personally, if I can state a preference, it would be kind of cool to have a gay child, just because I know that my wife's parents would probably have a problem with that, and I don't know. I kind of like that. I kind of get off on that. But it doesn't matter. If you happen to be straight, I still love you. If you're gay, I love you no matter what. If you're whatever, I don't care. I hope you find someone in your life when you get older, when you get to be a teenager, a young adult, an adult. I hope that you find someone that can make you happy, that you can find joy with. I hope that you find that person, whether that person is a man or a woman or whatever. I don't care. Whether that person likes Star Trek or Star Wars or doesn't really care for either one. I don't care. I just want you to be happy. There are so many things I hope for you. I hope that my generation and my parents' generation can get our shit together and can create a world that you would be happy to grow up in and live in. A world where whatever you happen to be, sexual-wise, won't have any effect on your opportunities in life. You won't be punished or held back or treated like a second-class citizen because of who you like to have sex with. Unless, again, the child raping thing. Let's just say that's off the table. I hope that it's a good enough economy that you can find a job, and you can find a job doing something that you love, and that you can make a living doing something that you really enjoy and really gives meaning to your life, and it doesn't just drain your energy. I hope that if you want kids, that you have kids. Not a lot of kids. Don't have like 5 or 6 kids. I'll be honest, I'm not down with that. Have 1 or 2 kids. I mean, presumably, I only had 1. Hypothetically. So, you know, take after the old man. Have 1 kid or 2 so they have someone to talk to. No need for 3 or 4 or 5 kids. That's just getting a little ridiculous. There are enough of us. When you get a little older, you'll notice there are plenty of people around. We don't need that much help to perpetuate the species. Just 1 or 2 more kids is fine. Believe me. And if you choose not to have kids, that's awesome. I never wanted to be a parent. I sure as fuck never wanted to be a grandparent. So you're cool with old dad as far as that goes. I hope that you can grow up and be yourself, be your own person, be happy. I hope that you always know that you'll be loved from me and you'll be accepted. I hope that when you're young especially, you end up spending a lot of time at Nanny and Pappy's.